So, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the film. It's we saw it a couple of weeks ago, and it's great and set to be obviously a global smash. So, how did it all start? How did the producers approach you, and did you know about the novel?
Oh well, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I was at Sundance. I was a juror in 2007, and I went to a dinner and I met the two of the presidents or heads of Summit Entertainment, and they said, "Oh, we want to work with you, and we have 5 scripts that we might try to make next year." So I read 4 of them. I'm like, not for me, not for me. And then this one, which was an old draft from that Paramount had developed, this had the kernel of something interesting. So I went and got the novel, just dove right into the novel, fell under Stephanie's spell, started becoming Bella and falling in love, and I said, let's throw away this script, let's make it like the novel, rewrite the script more like the novel. And I brought in all these pictures and images and said, this is what it could be. So everybody got excited, and we just got on board and made it.
So how was your first meeting with Stephanie? How did that go down?
Oh, it was great, because I went to a book signing for Eclipse. Yes, for Eclipse. And this was a few months later, and I met her, and instantly she's like wonderful and fun and down to earth and communicative. But I saw the fans were just going crazy. The moment she walked out on the stage and she even said the name Edward, people would scream.
My
and so
goodness,
I saw there's so much passion and connection to this, and she was so connected to her audience that I was, very excited to be part of it.
And how did you feel about that? Because obviously there was a cult following to the book, so there was some pressure on, the audiences that you were going to be communicating with.
Right.
But obviously with 13, I mean, you dealt with issues there. We were talking to a young female audience, and so how did you cope with that pressure early on in pre-production and casting?
Well, I let myself, I became a fan of the book. So I just went right into that world, and I felt like I felt some of the things that any age would feel when you read that book, where you feel this powerful emotion of this first love, and you're intoxicated by it. And so I was excited to try to recreate that feeling on screen. And that just I felt it was a challenge, but it was exciting.
And do you think that it does have because obviously there's yourself, there's Stephanie, Melissa, and a female editor on board as well, but do you think that the film is better told or well told from a female perspective? Or?
Well, I think that in some ways it is, because it is this story of this young girl, and I can still relate to that. Like, you can just dive back into that, and the way Stephanie writes, so mesmerizing that you just can feel that. So I think that there's something that female directors bring to the table.
See, now the film has opened, and you're the largest opening film for a female director on record, which is some accolade. This is obviously going to inspire female filmmakers around the world, and what would your advice be to female directors and screenwriters coming through?
Well, I do think it's kind of a great breakthrough, and I'm really happy to be part of that encourages other people to try, because we do have a lot of obstacles, and people will tell you, oh, you can't direct action or visual effects, or how can you handle this? But, if you do your homework and work hard, you can handle it, and you can do it, and just try to keep fighting the good fight.
That's wonderful. Okay, well, Catherine, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. That
That's
sounds
great.
like a really cool festival.